Hi, this is Becca Burt, and I am doing my Internet Marketing Strategies project on Albuquerque Heading Home. It's a nonprofit located in Albuquerque, and I work with this group sometimes through my work, and so I've come to know them, and so I decided that this would be a great company to take a look at and how they do their internet marketing. So we're going to take a look at Heading Home's internet marketing strategy by taking a look at their website, their Facebook, their Twitter, their Instagram, and their YouTube. Heading Home definitely uses quite a few different internet strategies, and so we're going to take a look at all of them to see what they do with them. So taking a look at Heading Home's website, you can see first of all there is highlighted with a change from I'm homeless to I'm home, and right next to it is also the statistic that housing people costs 31.6% less than keeping them homeless. And this is really the guiding forces behind the nonprofit and the simplest way for them to tell you exactly what their mission is. You can see up on the top right hand corner it says the smart way to do the right thing, and that's something that I think you're going to see a lot of as we go through their different internet marketing strategies, and you can see that simple catchphrase repeated over and over again. So this is their website. You can see that it's very professional looking. For a nonprofit, it shows where their social media accounts are located, and it also gives some informative articles about themselves. This also gives different ideas. The Make a Difference tab gives people, their target market, some different ideas on how they can become more involved. So it gives this call to action right away of what they want people to do. So donate, volunteer, and it gives lots of ideas for how people can go about doing that. We're going to come to Heading Home's Facebook page. Here you're going to see their logo once again, and here we're going to take a look at what they use on their Facebook to market for their nonprofit. So you can see that their Facebook is specifically targeted to people who might become volunteers or donors. It's not really targeted to the people that the organization serves as it is those volunteers and donors that they are looking for. So you can see on their Facebook they have different ways of shouting out to their different partners across the town who are contributing either in donations or in opportunities for people to contribute. So you can see here that they recently ran a campaign called Scholar Dollars, and here is their video. Start this over for you.
He bullies other kids.
To guard his secret.
And he doesn't pay attention in class.
Because he hasn't had a decent meal.
His grades are suffering.
He and his father are just trying to survive.
His homework isn't getting done.
Because he doesn't have a home. Let's change the story by turning hope into homes at headinghome.org.
All right, so there you can see that the Heading Home organization did a campaign called Scholar Dollars, and they created this advertisement in order to promote it, but you can also see here that out of a pretty large population, it only received 255 views, 5 likes, 3 shares. So while it may look like a really great Facebook page, it doesn't actually look like it's very effective because it's really just not even being looked at. There are, well over 1,700 people that like the page, but it's just really, you can see there's just not many people that are active on it. So hopefully people are seeing it, but really you can see from that video that it's really not getting too many views, which could be a really, could be something that could be changed. So this is also something I wanted to point your attention to with their online campaigns, is a lot of the times, for example, the Scholar Dollars, they are promoting the donations by giving something to the donors in return. So here they get a bumper sticker. You can see down here they also did a salon package where you go and you can get a salon package, and it actually goes towards heading home. So they're not really asking people to donate out of the kindness of their hearts. They're kind of also playing on the fact that people are more likely to donate if they get something in return as well. The place I'm going to show you is Albuquerque Heading Home's Twitter feed, and you're going to see right here is another one of their catchphrases that's simple to the point that they like to repeat a lot. Their vision is that homelessness is rare, short-lived, and non-reoccurring. And that's something that is short to the point and gets people to know exactly what their mission is. Here you can see Twitter is a lot like their Facebook page. Some of it is actually just duplicates of their Facebook, so it's just reaching that same target market on a different source. Here they also are able to get some retweets of groups that have done articles and news reports about Albuquerque heading home, and that really is helpful to show that they are expanding a little bit more. So you can see they just had the Daily Lobo. Here's Home for Good, and talks about the change donation container that's at the Albuquerque Sunport now. Here's another one of their events to try to promote, they really want their donors to get something out of putting into their organization. So you can see that here throughout their Twitter feed as well. Next is Heading Home's Instagram. This is really interesting because Heading Home's Instagram is not necessarily about a call to action or the organization itself as much as it is the staff and people who work at Heading Home. So here you can see that it gives you a more personal look and at the staff of Heading Home, and gives you a little bit more connection to the staff members. And that's their Instagram. Last part of Heading Home's internet marketing strategy is their YouTube channel. Here you can see that there's not too many videos uploaded. They did create some playlists that look like to be the most beneficial part. So here's some testimonials, public service announcements, the news conferences, and news coverage that has covered Heading Home. They also were able to get a celebrity in order to create a PSA for them. In case you don't know, Jonathan Banks is on a pretty well-known Albuquerque show, Breaking Bad, and Heading Home did this public service announcement with him as a spokesperson.
No one can tell you what it's like to be homeless in 30 seconds. But think about this. If you and your child had to sleep on the street tonight, what choice do you have? An alley? Behind a dumpster? If you're lucky, a shelter like this. Albuquerque Heading Home has ended chronic homelessness for hundreds with permanent housing they can finally call their own. Donate, volunteer, make a difference. Go to abqheadinghome.org.
So there it shows you exactly that call to action that they keep asking over and over again. Donate, volunteer, do something. This is exactly the kind of target market they're looking for. They're looking folks who are able, who have the income enough to donate, who have the time that are able to volunteer. And also it really looks like, based on the type of materials that they're using in their promotions, that they're looking for more of the younger generation, looking at that Breaking Bad audience, at the you saw the Parks and Recreation kind of promotion in their Facebook page and on their Twitter. So they're kind of using the more trendy younger generation to get them to for it to be kind of a cool thing to support Heading Home and donate to Heading Home. And that's something that they are really moving towards. Heading Home Albuquerque uses partnerships with other businesses, donors, the idea that the donors will receive something in return for their donation, online events and promotions. They use simplicity to explain their position. Rare, short-lived, and non-recurring. That's their idea about homelessness. It's the smart way to do the right thing. And then they also use those simple statistics to sell, that it costs less to house a homeless person than it is to keep them homeless. It costs less in medical bills. It costs less in emergency services. They use those simple statistics to sell that this is the smart way to do the right thing. Their positioning, like I just said, is the smart way to do the right thing. Everyone's always looking to do the right thing, and they're really looking at that target market of the middle to upper class donors and volunteers, and this is the smart way to do the right thing. It's not adding to the problem, it is solving the problem, and that's really their position in compared to what makes them unique and different from others, is that it's more cost effective to house a homeless person than it is to throw money at them or to, just give them food and hotel vouchers night by night. Their competition is St. Martin's Hospitality Center, which is also another local nonprofit here in Albuquerque. St. Martin's Hospitality Center has a Facebook, a website, and a Twitter feed. St. Martin's is a little bit different because they focus more on the people they're serving, and they're not really as focused on that call to action from the donor or volunteer. It's really more about highlighting those people they're serving. So I'll give you a quick overview of that. This is the website for St. Martin's Hospitality Center. Here you can see that throughout the website, it's really focused on the people they serve and not necessarily that you're going to get anything back after donating. So here, while they do ask for those donations, they're not promising you anything in return other than that they're going to be able to help people. And so that's really the focus of their project and their whole initiative. So their focus is assisting homeless and near homeless people by providing hope. So that's that St. Martin's difference. And just like St. Martin's website, their Facebook and their Twitter feed is really more along the lines of the people they serve and not necessarily the donors and trying to appeal to the donors as much. So the effectiveness of Heading Home compared to St. Martin's, I would say they're more effective in being a little bit more trendy and forward thinking. They're focused. They really have that one focus of housing and permanent housing. It's simple, and they have a specific call to action for people. It's not as effective because it's not as personal. You don't see the personal accounts as much. You don't see the people that are being served. You don't get to have that connection with the folks that you might be donating to or volunteering your time for. And the results are not as apparent. You can't really, because you don't have that connection with the folks they're serving, you're kind of missing out on that. So the improvements I think that should be made would just be the results should be more prevalent. Some statistics and numbers for how many folks are served, and more testimonials and upfront, personalizing of who exactly is being served by Heading Home. And that's my presentation for today.